Intruder alert on deck 8.
Hello builders, it's Troy. It is I, Torondor the Builder. I am back again after a long birthday weekend in which I unfortunately did not get a chance to post pretty much anything. So I am back. It is now Wednesday. It is July 22nd. That of course is, well actually I guess it was yesterday. Anyway, it is update day for Medieval Engineers. And but before we get to the update bits, which I will get to shortly, I had promised you all a machine. So we're going to work today on a working drawbridge. So let's get started. Alright, I have done a little bit of prep work here. As you can see, I have the gap we're going to be bridging. Now, they do not presently have water or lava or anything like that, but eventually I'm sure they will. And so as a result, we're going to work on getting our stuff to go across. So for starters, we're going to go ahead and set the catch blocks, because remember, we have to have catch blocks to have something pivot while we are, there we go, let's get this puppy roughly lined up here. I'm going to put it right on the end. And put the other one right over here, and we'll rotate it. Obviously this does not have to be perfect. You know, I guess in a perfect world it would be not here, but rather there. Right? Because it would go all the way out to the edge. And actually this one doesn't do it either, so let's get that one to do it as well. Now, see, we basically have, there's our pivot. There's our hinge. Hello builders and welcome back. Okay, I do think I've got it figured out. It's actually a day or two later. I just ran out of time. Yeah, so we're trying to build a drawbridge, and that's not no easy feat, or isn't any easy feat, or something like that. So, but here's my example, if you will. So let's get to work. Oops. Get our building blocks up and go into fly mode. Now I have kind of pre-set this up. I've basically got a landing spot for the drawbridge. This would be where your moat or whatever is, or maybe just a big ditch. Here's our wall with our castle entrance, and I have, for purposes of this, gone ahead. Actually, I'm going to modify where this is located, because we're going to actually put our rope block up here, if you will, for winding up the drawbridge. And that's going to be too big, isn't it? Yes, it is. I just want it to be just like that. There we go. And let's see, yeah, we'll put that there, and we'll put that, this is I will say, oops, there we go, a little bit tricky. And I did actually also add this little bumper here to the top. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to need it, but every time I have done this, and I've actually gone and wound the drawbridge all the way up to vertical, it doesn't seem to want to go down then. So I think the idea being that you want the drawbridge to operate at least partially off of gravity, so if you do truly put it in the vertical position, that's going to cause you a problem, because it will then not have any gravity to actually drop you down. So alright, so let's finish the winding mechanism. While we're at it, we're going to get some catch blocks and put them in place so that we can, oops, nope, not you, I want the one that has no visible discernible parts, and one like that, and then we'll go ahead and put our rope drum in here. You gotta kind of see, if you notice how it went all white, if you point it at the little dot right at where you actually want it to attach, it will lock into place there. And then, oh darn, I must have gotten rid of this particular block. We need a, there it is, the turn wheel cross. I think we can put it in place of that. So we will take the wheel and we're going to put it on our catch block. Now, you notice that I added those little blocks underneath the drum. Well, that's partly why, because in order to have the ability to turn this, that little handle's got to be able to rotate, and if we didn't do that, it would not be able to rotate. So make sure you consider that when you're placing your rope drums and things of that nature. Alright, so now let's go ahead down here and put our actual drawbridge in place. Now, as you may know, in order to facilitate this, I have used a, you can see there's the catch block with the axle, basically. Get that off, and there. Those are both round bits that are associated with this, but I have placed a square timber, or just a timber, I guess is what they call it, on here because why does it look like it's not going to work? Come on now. There we go. Ah, now you see, as soon as I attached that, it rotated. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to have to do this in a couple stages. I'm going to go ahead and place these guys all the way across. And I actually am going to put it beyond that into the axle part. I think that'll work. Yeah, see, there we go. Now, you can certainly do this in a number of ways. I kind of prefer to make mine look at least a little bit, I don't want to call it piecemeal, but like it was built. And we'll go back to the long ones. Now this may not work because it looks like it's going down too far. So what I'm going to do then is actually probably go, let's make it like that, and we'll take it all the way across. Whoops. That's not really what I wanted to do there. So let's try that again. There we go. Remember, just click and drag. Alright, now as you can see, we're adding weight, because you see it's bouncing. Now if we continued to add weight to this, eventually that would break down there. So we don't want that to happen. So in the meantime, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to put a rope ending on here. Actually, let's rotate it. There, like that. Now, we're going to go ahead now. I don't know exactly how strong the rope is in the game. I don't. Oops, we don't want flying mode to be off. We just want it to go down. So you're going to click on your rope, which is in our case number 9, and you'll left click once, and you'll hear a little swish as it's attaching the rope there. And we're going to go up here, and we're going to attach the rope, again left clicking, there. And, ooh, wow. I'm not sure how that's going to work going through that. Let's give it a try. Oh, okay. Well, sorry. So it did work. All right. Now, as you can see, voila, working drawbridge. We rotate. All right. Now let's hold Shift and T to see. No, that's Control. Shift and T to. Maybe that was the problem. I was hitting the other one, not that. All right. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lower this mostly to horizontal, but not completely, because remember, it does not go all the way, and we actually want it to go all the way. So then I'm going to take my timbers again and rotate them on the flat. Can't see it. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and put these in here like this. I'm actually going to double up on the ends. And that. Now, they should essentially act as though they're all one unit, but that's okay. So, and I'm also going to go ahead and put in a new, I'm going to go ahead and put one of these guys on here. Now I don't want to delete that yet, because if I delete that, it's going to drop the drawbridge, and that could potentially damage it. So always remember that when you're making modifications like this. So we're going to go ahead and hold Shift and T, and we're going to lower it the rest of the way. Okay, now it is resting now on here. Well, okay, close anyway. But at least now if we go ahead and oops, there we go. Get rid of that guy. Okay, he is actually resting on it. Now we can, well, first of all, let's get rid of our flying. Hey, we can walk across our drawbridge. Really? Good grief. I really do hate the jumping mechanism. They've got to get rid of that hang up or whatever. At least that end I can walk over. So when the bad guys are chasing me, I can just, you know, leap right out. Or run right in, rather. Okay, turn flying mode back on. We're going to go now, take our rope and reattach it to there. And I always overshoot. Reattach it to there. Good. Now, actually now too, the angle is such that it doesn't look like we actually hit our timber bumper there. And we'll come up here and we will go and we will wind it up. Bam. Now, there we go. Look at that. That is a real live working drawbridge. Now, obviously, we've got some issues with arrows that could be flying in here, so we can always go and stretch this guy. So I don't want it to break, so and we could do the same thing on this side, as if I get it right. Yeah. And now, oddly enough, see now, the one thing that I have noticed is that it does not seem to want to put that in there. There is a slight, like if you look at this, you see how there's that like sort of like a half block in there almost? And I don't really know why that is. It's like there's room for something, but not. Like I guess I could go ahead and put these, you know, something like that in. The only problem is I don't want it to attach to this, so you do have to be careful what you're telling it to put in, for fear that it will go and attach to the wrong body parts. Oh, darn. Well, I guess you can actually go and drop things too quickly. But here, alright, so that's good. Alright, so I broke this, and now we have to clean it up. Or, well, some parts will fade away. Other parts I will have to go and reattach. So, dang. Okay, well, let's reattach then. I'll put that in. Maybe what we'll do, actually, maybe that's not such a good thing that it's only attached at that little point. So, there we go. Alright, well, we'll do that. Come on. It may not want to get in there. It doesn't. There we go. I have to get rid of that because it was in the way. There we are. I mean, you can definitely add pieces and parts to further brace your structure. I haven't quite worked out all of the bells and whistles on that. Oh, here we go. Now maybe we can add to the side. There. Or let's try anyway. Let's go ahead and get rid of. I don't really like these being here. There we are. We don't technically need them. Unfortunately, I tried to go and place the two catch blocks, that one and that one, flush up against the side, but there was something about the way it was calculating the length of these beams, because that's actually two pieces of wood, that it did not like what I told it to do. So, see, now normally I would say you'd need two ropes going up, but unfortunately, interesting. Oh no. See, now I cannot attach it there because that rope drum already has something attached to it. Oh well. Alright, well, hold on a minute. Let's get rid of that one, because this one definitely looks more natural. Now, I could do 2 rope drums. The only problem is, oh, well, yeah, you know, we could do that. Wait a second. Here, I have an idea. We just need another rope drum over here, don't we? Alright. And let's see here. Maybe like that, and da-da-da-da. See, that's what I needed. I needed you guys for inspiration. So, I mean, technically I'm not sure that you have to have this. I mean, obviously you saw it was rotating and going up on its own without it. Hello? Why can I not go up? Ugh. Jeez Louise. Okay, where were we? Still up too high, and that's where we are. I'll go ahead and just put this guy on a little bitty thing right here. This might be too big. Yeah, let's see. Wait a minute, let me get my rope drum. Oh yeah, that's gonna be too big. Oh well, no, maybe not. Maybe just by 1. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's like putting little bits, little tiny blocks, little tiny cubes all together to make it work. Now the difference on this side is that we don't need. Whoops. Where are we doing this? Right click, left click. Who knows? Ta-da! Okay, now we got another one in there. Now we can go down here. And tie on the rope. And tie on the rope. Okay, now the key is to put our shaft in between. Come on, baby. Oh, really? Oh, wait. Yes! Awesome! Okay, so now we have a singular shaft to do the whole rope bridge. Hey, look at that. And actually pulled it up a little bit. I wonder if there's some natural tension in there that is doing that. You know what? Let's I'm gonna go ahead and try and take these guys out. There we go. Let's see what happens. I mean, it obviously is not going to go to vertical because of the way the catch blocks are mounted down there. So, all right. Here we go, folks. Let's give it a shot. Wind in. Oh, okay. So, now here's a question. Why did it only go up that far? Why did I turn flying mode off instead of just moving? Alright, I bet it's this guy over here. Yep. Alright, so basically we have this block of wood that for whatever reason it is telling me is impacting that wall. So we don't want that to oh, hello. Okay, alright, yeah, I don't like the fact that that's like right there. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put in a new one. Yeah, because then we're gonna get rid of that guy. Alright. So you'll have to, you know, and if they ever put like bow and arrows and things like that, you know, in here, you'll have to kind of work with it to get rid of any little arrow slits and things. But otherwise, where were we? Yes, there we go. Da 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 da. Hey, there we go. One working drawbridge. Yay! I'm so proud of myself. And lowering it down. New. Hold shift. Hit T. lower it down. Why is it not lowering it down? Awkward. Huh. Are we stuck on something? Is this why I needed that little thing on the top? My little, huh. There we go. It's like it just needed a little push. So it may very well be that there is a gravity aspect. Come on. It's strange because these guys should not be. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe. Hold on. I have an idea. Dang it. Alright, I think the issue may have been that when we actually set that rope previously, that it was not. Hold on. Well, that's actually just going to vanish. Alright, let's fix it. Nope, we got to fix it. Can't just let it go, folks. Alright. And rotate. Alright, there we go. Get our 7 back. But, for example, when we placed this before, the rope only went, it was already partially elevated, so the rope went from here to that elevated spot. So I think that's part of the problem, is that it was saying basically that it had reached the end of its rope. Whereas now that rope goes all the way. So let's test our theory. Let us test our theory. We'll stop flying here. Alright, winding, wherever we may go. Because I don't like it when it just falls, when it drops like that. Alright, now holding shift and hitting T to unwind. Slowly. 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 Ta-da! Okay. That does, in fact, seem to have been the trick. So, I guess keep that in mind if you're using at least the standard rope, the non-terrible rope. I haven't quite figured out what the difference between the two is. Sorry. But anyway, so yeah, so you'll need a length of rope that is equal to the distance that you want it to go. So start your drawbridge in the open position when you're setting the rope. That way you'll know you have enough when you start winding it up. I guess the rope drum is just that. It's really just a drum on which you can wind up the rope that is the length that you set. So, alright folks, well thank you for joining, and I'm going to kind of talk about I think the survival bits that were added in that most recent. Hey, look at that. That looks so cool. I can't tell you how frustrated I was when I started this off because of how it wasn't working the other day. But anyway, so I'm going to go and show you survival now, and then we'll move on to bigger and better things. All right. Thanks for joining. Bye.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely not. It's been good seeing you guys. It looks like you're doing great.